On the field now, your Sports Pass.
This is Doug Thompson, and welcome to Sports Pass. And this week's Sports Pass, filed on September 11th, 2017, the Sports Pass team and I bring you the latest on the country's greatest high school football action. Sports Pass is powered by ScoreStream, the free app where you can see real-time scores of your favorite local high school teams. You can also share photos, videos, and chat and cheer for your favorite teams. Our weekly roundup of the best high school football action from across the country is about to kick off.
Stretch it out and hydrate. The Sports Pass lineup is in, so let's get started.
Before we get to Las Vegas for the big one between Bishop Gorman and Miami Central, we'll pass the latest from the state of Texas. Austin's Lake Travis Cavaliers facing their second tough opponent from the San Antonio area. The Knights from Steele High School visited Lake Travis for a great matchup. An action-packed first quarter gave Lake Travis the 17-10 lead at halftime. The Cavaliers QB Matthew Baldwin committed to Colorado State this summer. He was hoping to take the Cavaliers to a victory to this one following their loss to Judson. Baldwin faced a tough Steele secondary with future Texas Longhorn Caden Stearns and Oklahoma State commit Javion Cardwell. The Steele secondary held Lake Travis to just 2 touchdowns and a field goal in the second half, while the Steele offense put up 3 touchdowns. The first quarter lead and that field goal turned out to be enough for Lake Travis. They came away victorious, 34-31. Judson fans are getting more and more excited as they're starting to believe Judson might have another team that can take home the state championship. It's been 15 years since they've won the state title and 10 years since they've made it to the finals. Judson took care of San Antonio's Brennan High School 44-28. Some cool picks up on ScoreStream from this one. Always fun to see the beautiful high school stadium of Texas packed with fans, and Judson stays local this week to play Roosevelt. Tossing it up to the Dallas area, the Allen Eagles continued their roll when they traveled to Shreveport to face a tough Evangelical Christian Academy. Allen came home to Texas with a 28-7 win, and even more swagger after taking down a great Eagles team from Louisiana. Other action in Texas saw Denton's Ryan Raiders win by 41 points over Poteet High School. The Raiders have Wiley this week. Westlake Academy, located about halfway between Denton and Fort Worth, looks strong this year too, but won a close one over Hazlitt's Heritage Christian Academy, 30-26. The Mansfield Tigers let everyone know they are a force to be reckoned with this season. They dropped the highly regarded Cedar Hill Longhorns 38-21. Scary moment in this one, though, as Mansfield's Cameron Jones, the hard-hitting future UCLA Bruin DB, was carted off the field on a stretcher, taken to the hospital. Good news, though. Jones says on Twitter he expects to make a full recovery and get back on the gridiron in just a few weeks. Sports Pass! And it's halftime. We'll toss it to the Northeast when Sports Pass comes out for the second half.
Feed and expand your high school football addiction. Catch the best from around the country with the Sports Pass podcast every week through the season.
A second half gets started in New Jersey, where 3 of Jersey's best teams played top teams from Pennsylvania and Washington, D.C. Montvale, New Jersey's St. Joseph's Green Knights played St. John's College High from Washington, D.C. St. John's taking the victory on this one, 28-21. A little perspective on the East-West battles here. Remember that on September 1st, California's Concord de La Salle beat St. John's 35-31. Jersey City's St. Peter's Prep boasts 3 Notre Dame commits on the defensive side of the ball. The twins, Jason and Justin Adamalola, who hold down their D-line, and linebacker Shane Simon. St. Joseph's is loaded, too. Their defense anchored by future Army defensive tackle Ryan Bryce. Philly's St. Joseph's beat Jersey's St. Peter's Prep 28-21. We'll hit one more game between a Jersey Catholic school and a Philadelphia Catholic school last week. Bergen Catholic hosted Philadelphia's Archbishop Wood. Both teams loaded with future D1 talent. Bergen Catholic boasts quarterback Johnny Langan, a Boston College commit, and Archbishop Wood touts tight end Kyle Pitts, who has committed to be a Florida Gator. Archbishop Wood came away victorious, taking down Bergen Catholic 27-21. Bergen Catholic has a big test next week as they'll travel out to Santa Ana to play powerhouse Mater Dei. Now to Southern California, where things went as expected in most of the stadiums. Mater Dei stays undefeated, beating La Mirada 42-0. St. John Bosco won a big one over Chaminade. Mission Viejo victorious over La Habra 42-27. Big game to watch this week as Mission Viejo plays Long Beach Poly. Concord de La Salle beat St. Francis 31-7. The de La Salle Spartans' opponent this week is coming off a huge game in Las Vegas. For the big matchup in the desert between Las Vegas' Bishop Gorman and Miami Central, we've got Sports Pass senior reporter Jim Clerkin under center for us. Jim, the ball is yours. Take it away.
All right, thanks, Doug. The Miami Central Rockets left Florida before Hurricane Irma's arrival and rolled into Vegas with a feeling they were playing for more than just their high school. They were representing the entire state of Florida as their community back home prepared for the impending storm. Now, the Rockets are absolutely loaded at running back this year, led by senior James Cook, sophomore Keon Owings, and freshman speedster Amari Daniels. Central head coach Roland Smith and his staff have figured out a great way to get all three of their backs on the field at the same time. They've got this pistol-style diamond formation with two backs next to the quarterback and one behind him. That misdirection action the Rockets ran from the diamond gave Gorman fits. And Gorman's defense is pretty good too, boasting a number of players who look ready for big-time college football. Gorman's offense looks like it's still coming together, though. Tons of talent led by future UCLA quarterback Dorian Thompson-Robinson. But this is DTR's first year starting at quarterback for the Gales, and they struggled at times with timing around the snap and false starts. That hesitation gave Central linebacker Robert Hicks the split-second advantage he needed to be in on what felt like every tackle for the Rockets. The Gales managed to move the ball and score 3 touchdowns, but the explosiveness of Miami Central's backfield just too much. The freshman Amari Daniels busted a 78-yard touchdown run, and James Cook set it off with 2 touchdown runs of more than 80 yards, including one that put the game away with under 3 minutes left, giving the Rockets a 24-14 lead. Gorman did score late, a touchdown by future Miami tight end Brevin Jordan, but the final, Miami Central wins it 24-20. For Sports Pass, I'm Jim Clerkin.
Sports Pass!
Thanks, Jim. The Sports Pass team can't get enough of those explosive runs from the Miami Central running backs. They've got something very special there, and you can see them too. Just jump onto ScoreStream and pull up the Bishop Gorman Miami Central game page. Gorman has one more powerhouse team on their schedule before starting their local league schedule. They'll host Concord de La Salle Saturday night. The next few weeks for Miami Central and many of their fellow Florida high school football teams is uncertain. Our thoughts and hearts are with the entire state of Florida and their recovery efforts, and we hope all of us, you included, find a way to help the communities in need. Make sure to catch Sports Pass next week. We'll keep you up to speed on the best players and teams from across the nation all season long. Remember to take ScoreStream with you to your games this week and make sure your team is represented by sharing scores, photos, and videos of your favorite team. I'll throw you another pass next week. Thanks for listening. I'm Doug Thompson.
Sports Pass National Week in Review. Join us again next week for the podcast recapping the best in varsity athletics from across the country. Until then, seek victory. Find your Sports Pass.